What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm seeing The Batman and why you should too. So this is another very, very easy video for me to make in terms of my kind of preview for this. So here's what I do with something like this. I pick a movie or pick a game coming out. Obviously, in this case, it's The Batman, and I talk about what I'm doing with it and just kind of preview it in that way. Now, again, I say it's very easy because, come on, The Batman looks incredible. In my opinion, I'm really excited for this. I'll be flat honest. When this was first announced and when Robert Pattinson was first, unveiled as Batman, I was not on board with, him doing it originally. And maybe that was for the reason that actually, a lot of people even in the industry have said it's simply just because of Twilight. He's obviously done other things besides, Edward Cullen, but because of that, that's just immediately going to set people, kind of up the wrong way. And you know what? I honestly feel like that's a pretty okay criticism of people that thought that, or maybe not even a criticism, just kind of like an interpretation of like, oh, this is how things have kind of worked out. So I'm on board. I'm on board with him. I'm on board with the movie. I'm on board with Matt Reeves. I really think this movie is going to do some pretty different stuff. Now, I know some people have boiled this down as a movie to like, it's the dark take on the dark take that was Christopher Nolan's. And I think that, while that maybe is a little bit true, I really think this movie is going to be just so fundamentally different based on how they talk. I mean, simply, now maybe they're lying. That could happen. And it's not like Hollywood has never lied before. But I really feel from what Robert Pattinson has said, Matt Reeves has said, anybody that's worked on this movie, this is such a different film, a more personal film. It almost half the time, maybe more than half the time, doesn't even sound like a Batman movie. Now, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. We'll have to wait, for the movie to come out to see. But I truly think, like, they can say that all they want, and I do believe them. I do believe, like, this is going to have different elements in it that's not necessarily going to scream a Batman movie or not really scream a superhero movie, which is fine, because it should be a good movie no matter what. It shouldn't just be a good comic book movie. It should be a good film in the first place. And I think that's kind of what they're going for, or they're going with when they have these kind of catchier headlines that you see online, is that this movie is going to stand out for maybe more reasons than it just being a Batman film, which I think is fine. I think that really takes things to the next level. I really think that's, again, a reason why Christopher Nolan's movies were so good, because it was a good Batman movie, but it was also a good, just, film in general. But, everything that I've seen from the trailers, I'm a really big fan of. The action looks literally incredible. I'm okay with this movie's going to be long. I think, without credits, if you take the credits out, it's like 2 hours 40, 2 hours 43, somewhere in that range. And then if you add credits in, I think it's like 252 is how long this movie. So it's a long movie. This is a longer film. Obviously, the start of what will be most likely a trilogy, right? There's definitely going to be more. They've teased, I think Robert Pattinson has actually teased in an article that I read a few days ago, that there is like a thing at the end that like clearly teases, okay, here's what we're going to probably do next, right? Here's next up. Just give me the good action. Just give me a good story. Give me these good characters, and do it in a slightly different way than you've done it. Really, I will take a jab at them in that way, where it's like, when you do make these many Batman movies this close, and you have this many versions of Batman this close together, and then you have, the Flash, and you're going to bring back Keaton and Ben Affleck and stuff. Like, at the very least, you have to make these characters, and you have to make the way the storytelling, and just the way even it's shot or the way it's delivered to us, it has to be a little bit different each time. Otherwise, it's just going to get, flat out boring. But, this was never a question of, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some games that I do these videos for that are like, these are the easiest things I can ever say. It's just like, I'm going to buy them. There's never a question of me doing that. And same thing for some movies, right? There's some movies where it's like, it's never been that I'm not going to see it. I think this movie's going to do really, really well at the box office. I don't think it's going to beat, Spider-Man No Way Home. And I don't even think it's going to be impacted too much from, the stuff around the world. I just don't think it'll reach that, but I could very, very well be wrong. But I do think it'll make over $1 billion. I think that's probably a pretty reasonable goal to hit over $1 billion for this Batman movie, and then we'll see, what happens for future ones. But very excited, going to be seeing it, opening night, that Thursday night. I don't know if it comes out early in other places. Sometimes that happens for movies, but I don't really know for this one. But I'll be seeing it the 3rd, because that's the Thursday night, and we'll go from there. So there'll be more videos on the channel. We'll talk about the movie, I'll review it. We'll maybe do something about the ending, stuff like that. So there'll definitely be more content on the channel as the weeks go on. Let me know what you guys think, or if you're seeing it, in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, all of that good stuff. All my social media is in the description below if you guys want to check it out. My Twitter, my second YouTube channel, my Patreon, and YouTube memberships, all in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.